And thank you for taking the time to watch this little video, which we hope will just take 5 or 10 minutes to explain to you what we're doing at BetYaLife, what we've been doing for the last 3 or 4 years now, and how we've gotten to a place where we feel we're starting to make a huge impact on the way that people eat, the way that people think about food, people's health going forward, their recovery from chronic diseases, the reduction of medicines that they're using, their improvement in their energy and drive and enjoyment of their life. We have spent many hours now and had hundreds of people coming through here who have all felt that they've just wanted more from life and have struggled to find it. And we want to show you what we believe is the secret to getting back on track and finding your way back to where you were enjoying your life, where you enjoyed the way you looked, you enjoyed the way you felt in the morning when you got up, and where you enjoyed being around other people, when you enjoyed going to exercise or be outside in the sun, when you enjoyed listening to loud music and dancing and just enjoying life. And sometimes that's tied in very closely to the way that we eat and the choices that we make every single day. And slowly but surely, they steal life from us and they rob us of the chance to have full, high-energy, quality lives going forward. So just listen for a few moments. I'm not going to give away any secrets, but I'm going to show you what our aim is, what our intention is, what our thinking is, just very briefly, in putting together this BetYaLife program. Our program essentially starts with a process that you'll be taught called the Fourie diet. This is based on 4 processes which you'll have to move through as part of this program and ultimately as part of your life. Our E's are an elimination, an enlighten, an energize, and an equilibrium E. Each one is a process we need to move through to get to the next one. We eliminate foods which cause problems, which make us overweight, which cause us to obsess about food, which continually make us fail at the many diets we may have done before. These are the foods which are going to make you feel better, and removing the right ones, not all of them, but just the right ones for the right amount of time to get you back on track and to get your head into the right space to this program. We're going to get to an enlightened phase of the program where we're going to teach you all about food. We're going to teach about different types of food, different combinations of food. We want to show you that your body responds to the type of food that you eat, and your life and energy is directly related to what you're putting into your mouth all day long. Once we have reached a point where we feel you understand food and your body and its response to food, we're going to move to an energized phase. In the energized phase, we're going to show you how to exercise to lose weight. So the good news is we're not going to force you to exercise from the first day of this program. In fact, we're quite opposed to that. And we have a lot of research which backs up our belief that over-exercising too early in a program can actually ruin your chances of losing weight. We don't hate exercise at all, but we know that when you've been unwell, unhealthy, when you're 20, 30, 40, 50 kilograms overweight, the thing that appeals to you least is exercise. But we see it as our goal to get you back to a place where you really do start to feel like moving again, where you actually enjoy the thrill, the ecstasy, the fun of just being well, of feeling well, and of wanting to feel well. That comes later in the program. The equilibrium phase of our program is a place that we believe you will move to. This is a place where ultimately the amount of food that you're taking in is equal to the amount of energy that you're burning up. In other words, no weight gain. And hopefully no weight loss either, just a neutral place where you look good, feel good, sleep good, don't stress, enjoy the people around you, and enjoy a long, happy, healthy life. We do know that you will continue to cycle through this process as you continue in your life, and we will teach you about that. And there will be times when you need to come back possibly to the elimination phase and move through to an enlightened phase and start to exercise again to get back to that place of equilibrium. But we have to show you how to get there. We're going to show you a little bit about the food that you eat every day. And I'm going to teach you a lot about what happens to the food that you eat, and ultimately even get you to start thinking about what is your food made of. So this is food. Essentially, we know food is made up of carbohydrates, there's a bit of protein, there's fat, and there's fiber. All of us have heard of these, and all of us know these common ones. We want to teach you about a few extra ones. We want to teach you a bit about the vitamins and the minerals and the enzymes that you're getting from your food. And we want to introduce you to something new called phytochemicals or phytonutrients. And these are all the natural medicines, I suppose, that you find in your foods. Foods that can actually make you better by eating more of them. We're going to teach you all about that. What happens to our food once we go and find it somewhere in the farmyard where it's been growing? Well, we need to make a few adjustments to our food these days because we've got 7 billion people to feed. So very few of us have the luxury of being able to go out our back door and pick something off a tree which we're going to use for a meal that day. So our food gets changed quite a lot, and this is nothing new and not a surprise to you, but sometimes we don't even realize what is happening to our food from the time that it is grown or harvested to the time we actually take a bite out of that food. And it's important to know because that food affects us. It affects our ability to gain or lose weight. It affects our body's abilities to get healthy and to grow and to remain strong. It affects our abilities to heal. What happens to our food? First, most of our food gets sweetened because we like sweet food. We have pesticides added to it, colorants, smoking, salted, lots of packaging processes. It's stored for inordinate amounts of times, lots of preservatives, processed, pasteurizing, refining, flavoring, genetic modification, all sorts of processes. That's not all. Then we actually start to change the actual structure of the food. So let's say we like the taste of fat, so we're going to add a little bit of fattiness for the food. It makes it taste nice. Get rid of the vitamins. Get rid of the fibers because they make the food taste really horrible. We're going to chuck in lots of carbohydrates, and we're going to keep some proteins for good measure, just so we can keep that food in a nice little pile. We end up with something I like to call new food. And this is the food that we've grown up on. This is the food you buy in boxes on shelves. This is the food that your children are eating every day, where they can't actually tell you what is in that food, and even if they can, they don't know where it came from. But this is what they live on, and they've just accepted, and we all have. We accept that if a store sells this food in a box, it must be good for us, because somebody surely would have tested it. Somebody surely would have checked it. They wouldn't just let us eat unhealthy food, would they? Well, we'll explore that together. What else happens? Let's look at the new food. Here's just some little examples, and this you've seen before. There we go. Rice Krispies, Wheat Pix, chocolate for breakfast, wonderful. Fried foods, fast foods, diet, carbonated drinks, wonderful looking burgers, very yummy, everything. Ooh, everybody on the list, everybody who's watching now is actually just hoping that we serve these at the start of our evenings, but no. These are the foods that we eat every day, that we love, that we can't break our habits, we can't get away from. I have many requests to re-show this slide, but no. I'm not going to take all these foods away. That's really not the point for me, because I believe many diets fail because they show a list like this and immediately put fear in the hearts of the person watching, because they think, but these are all the things I love, and you're just going to take them all away from me? Those diets are destined and doomed to fail. We're not going to let you eat as much of this as you like, though, I'm afraid, but we're going to talk about what is in this food that's good for you, what is in this food that's bad for you, and how can we find some sort of balance between these foods which we love and the foods which we actually should be eating that are going to keep us healthy and keep us looking good and keep our weight down. So, what can you expect to learn? Well, here we're going to show you very rapidly what you can learn from our diet. Definitely better eating, better food choices, better ways of preparing your food, understanding hunger and cravings, hormones and how they affect your food, exercise, friend or foe, and the medical causes for weight gain, and staying motivated, probably the biggest challenge to all of us. All of these topics will be covered at length until you understand absolutely everything there is to understand about them, and they become natural and real. We try to move you from a place where the health option isn't the thing you do because you want to be good or you should or you have to, but where your preferences start to become the healthier option, where you actually look forward to the taste of something healthy and actually start to feel unwell when you eat the wrong types of food. But we ultimately want you to develop that sensitivity to, you know, I've really had enough of that for now. I'm going to eat properly, and that doesn't mean that I can never have that other thing again, but I'm going to have it in the right proportion. I'm not just going to continually eat the foods that are slowly but surely destroying me. What else? How are we going to learn this? We're going to show you how to bet to make it better. There's going to be incentives. There's going to be rewards. There's going to be lots of results. We're going to have an accountability program, and there's going to be a competition. All of these things will help you to remain focused and will help you to sustain this diet, not only for the 12 weeks that we will present it, but for the rest of your life. This is not a 12-week course that ends after 12 weeks. We like to think of this being a 12-week starting program for the course, which is the rest of your life. This is the introduction. It takes 1 hour of your time every week for the next 12 weeks. You will see dramatic changes. Our men will lose easily between 15 and 20 kilograms. Our women will lose 10 to 15 kilograms in a period of 12 weeks without being hungry, without somebody driving you around the field with a stick and beating you till you just collapse exhausted. We're going to show you foods that you like, and we're going to teach you, very importantly, to find the foods that your body needs and to find the foods that your body doesn't need. We're going to, in fact, tailor this diet to suit you. The diet that works for you has to suit your family, has to suit your culture, has to suit your busy life. It's very different to diet when you have to be at home all day or you have to be on the road all day. But we need to find the diet that suits you. There is no one diet that suits all. Every single one of us are different. We lose weight in a different way. We gain weight in a different way. We all have a history which brought us to this place. Some of us have been very active. Some of us have never been active. Some of us have been overweight for 40 years. Some of us have only been overweight for 1 year. Some of us have only got to lose 5 kilograms, or actually are just interested in hearing how to maintain the health that we have as we grow older. Some of us have an enormous amount of weight to lose. We've tried 20 weight loss courses already and failed at each one. We're petrified to start something new. We're scared because failure makes us feel like there's something wrong with us, and we don't like to think that there's something wrong with us. We want to show you how applying simple rules, simple principles can put you back into the seat of power. We want to show you how you can take charge again and how you can beat hunger and beat cravings and actually get back to be that healthy person that you've always wanted to be for however long it's been that you haven't been that healthy person. We are convinced that there is a package that will suit you. We will find the right price. We will find the right motivation. If you need to compete, if you need to bet, whatever it takes, we're going to be there to support you, to help you lose the weight and to learn how to live a healthy lifestyle that's going to sustain you for the rest of your life, that's going to help you come off that chronic medication that you really just don't want to be on. We want you to grow old wonderfully, and we want to slowly but surely start to change an entire nation and culture's way of thinking about food. Maybe you don't need to even do this program for yourself. Maybe you need to do it for your children, maybe for your grandchildren. But everything that you can add to your education of those around you can ultimately make differences in the lives of the people around you as well. And we ultimately will all become ambassadors for healthy eating and healthy living, and will make it the norm rather than the exception. We don't have to accept the fact that we are the third fattest country in the world. That is giving up. We can turn this thing. We are healthy. We know healthy. We've just become a little less disciplined than we should have. And we can turn this thing around. And we want you to join us to do that. We'll see you at the next meeting, which will be starting in the next few weeks. Call us. Go onto our internet website, betyalife.co.za. Find us at Facebook. We are around, and we've got the way for you to find your healthy self. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. See you soon.